I literally sat down to start recording the review, and the batteries immediately died on me. Now, to be fair, these are the original batteries from 2007, so, you know, almost 20 years old at this point. Probably actually going to keep these just for the fact that I've literally never seen this brand before, but I gotta go get some double A's, so give me a sec. Oh, and disguising the battery compartments as the fuel is genius. Hello and welcome to a very special Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at the 2007 movie Leader Class Optimus Prime. Now, this is my own copy from back in the day, but aside from not having the missile, which honestly I don't know if it's just here somewhere or if I genuinely don't have it anymore, the only problems with any of this is like little bits of scuffed paint here and there, and honestly I could touch those up myself now. And I might do so, honestly, because it really is just like a little bit of blue there, a little bit of blue there. I don't think there's even any scuffed paint on any of the yellow, so... And the chest is pretty much pristine. Anyway, let's start off the review, as always, with the articulation. Head is on a swivel. Pretty sure it stops here. I don't want to go any further because there's lights in here and I don't want to accidentally break something. Shoulders, there's a transformation joint here that doesn't really tab in all that well. Otherwise, this panel is on a ball joint and a hinge. Pretty sure it's supposed to sit all the way up, but you can adjust it if you want. There's a ratchet swivel here. It can go all the way around, but things start bumping into each other. It's kind of a problem with all the 2007 figures is they didn't really know what to do with any of the vehicle parts, so they're just kind of hanging out on it. Can pretty much go all the way out to the side. It's missing one final click to get up there, but otherwise it is. Then there's, I think this technically counts as a transformation hinge here, because I mean that's clearly the elbow down here, but there is a ratchet joint there, then a swivel at the elbow, a 90-degree bend there, though using the top joint you can actually get a full double bend, though again, transformation, but hey, it's nice to have. These do not stay tabbed in like at all. And hands don't rotate, but the thumb is on a ball joint and all the fingers are individual. So you can almost have it. You can almost have him flip you off. Nothing at the waist, but the hips are fairly heavy ratchets. See, the funny thing is, right, these massively clip into everything. You can get the legs out further if you bring them out slightly. Then there's a swivel above the knee, and I know it looks like the leg is slightly broken, but this actually lets him stand up better, so... And there is actually a very loud, clicky ratchet here. There's a transformation joint that doesn't really like to stay. Yeah, that does stop it from going any more than that. Though, the ankle actually is on a ball joint, surprisingly, though, not a ton of range there. And yeah, the toes are an automorph and they never like to stay out. They stay out fine once he's standing, but getting him to that point is maybe a little bit irritating. So you might think, oh, well, the articulation, the arms are pretty good, the legs are kind of eh. The ball joints at this point are a little bit loose, so he doesn't stand super well, but at the time it was fine. But the thing is, there's so many gimmicks and other junk in here, like the amount of automorphs alone is, yeah. A lot of the articulation in this is either standard articulation for the time that gets blocked by the actual sculpt of the Bayverse design, or just like random jank going on with them not quite understanding how to translate these into figures yet. It's fine for the time. The articulation's not great for the time, but like, you gotta keep in mind, they never did something this greebly before. Now, getting into accessories and gimmicks, there's a little lever right here, which brings out his blaster, and honestly a very cool gimmick. And yeah, like I said, I'm missing the missile. It's around somewhere. There's a trigger right here, you press down on it. Not that it matters, because you only see the little blue bit sticking out the tip anyway. Though, ironically, the missile usually keeps this up, funny enough. I find it's easier if you bring the thumb up, and then that sort of helps keep it in place. Something about this hinge is kind of loosened over time, and if you're not familiar with this figure, I'm sure you've noticed the button on the shoulder, and yeah, no, he doesn't say anything. And I remember being disappointed by that back in the day. All the electronics are for the transformation and vehicle mode, and they definitely spent more time getting the vehicle mode looking good. I almost wonder if I should have started in vehicle mode thinking about it, because springs are a little bit worn down over time. There is a beautiful automorph. You get the lights in the chest, the lights in the eyes, and the sound effect. I really do feel like, you know, that probably should have played, the blaster effect at least should have played when you hit the button in robot mode, but speaking of the vehicle mode, yeah, let's do some origami. Just for the sake of saving me some trouble. I'm just gonna do that now. This doesn't really want to clip in as well as the other one. Neither of them really want to clip in, honestly, but... Oh, yeah, right. This is an old figure. It's been a while. There we go. Yeah, and then it comes off much easier. And just hold that down. Same thing with this one. Get it. And unhook it. Oop, 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 oop. Hey. Get that up out of the way. Untab the hips here and bring them forward. Straighten those out as much as I can right now. Yeah, don't bring them in yet. Might as well automorph the feet back. Hold these down and then oop, whoop, and swoop, swoop. Seems like that was off by a click. It's fine. Ew. Don't know what that is. It might just be plastic degradation over time. There's a little bit of a yellow stain there. This will adjust in a minute. Might as well bring these down to just get them out of the way. Wait. Woo. Okay. This is the most annoying part of this entire transformation. Stay tabbed in for 5 seconds, please. Getting these down, because you need to get this around here, and then fold it down like that. Get as much out of the way as possible. This one, very easy. By the way, I want to point out that these tabs never worked. They barely stay there. Bring this down, and I don't really understand how they managed to get wires through there, but hey, it only rotates, 45 degrees, so it's probably not... Oh, hey, speaker. I actually never noticed that as a kid. Right. Bring the legs together now, because you have, like, 0 clearance. Get that down here. Bring this up around. Second verse, same as the first. Yeah, man. I'm also realizing now that, there we go. I should have unflipped this when I was taking this off, because it would have been much easier. I kind of forgot that that part was not attached on here. Alright, wait. And then these... You bring the legs forward. Well, enough to tab this in for now. There we go. Then these come back around. You want the hands folded like that. Unfold this, get your nail in there, flip this around, back, get this back up for now. Same thing on this side. Get that back a little bit. Thankfully, this is just on nubs in here, so you can get it back in a bit easier. Oops. I need to flip this around. Yeah, there's so much paint on this thing, man. I'm surprised that there's like no... And that is why you need to make sure the thumb is down. There we go. Right, it's never really clip in that much. It's mostly just held in by these. Right, arm down. Rotate this up. Flip this down. Close that over the top of it. Right. Now, bend the arm this way, so in all the way. Like that. Around. Make sure it's clicked in all the way so that it can tab all in together like that. Get this side in. The tip of this goes into that little divot there in the back. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Close enough for now. Bring the legs the rest of the way up. Oop. Make sure that's out. These need to get pushed back. So that they can be brought together. Unfold. Okay. There we go. Up, down, and around. Like that. Jeez. Real workout to get this thing transformed, huh? Right, and now you need to bring these down by one so that you can start bringing things together. There we go. That's just about evened up, and then you just bring it up like that. And that needs to get in underneath there, which is easier said than done. Yeah, come on, buddy. Normally that goes in much easier. There we go. And same thing on this side. Yeah, thinking about it, this side never did like going in. Wonder why. No, it's not mismolded or anything. Just like that. So, there we go. Got it. It's just being a bit of a pain. Right, and just get these out of the way. Bring that up. Bring that in. And close that all up. Right, now we can connect these together. And now comes the most annoying part of the entire thing. These top parts should connect. Okay, it just wants to fight me. Clip into these. That should give me a bit more clearance to actually mess around with this stuff. There we go. There we go. There we go. And it's just a little bit of squeezing to close up the gaps. That one tab never really liked staying in. And stay. Here we have Optimus in his transport truck mode. Incredibly, rubber tires. So he rolls incredibly well. Of course they're pinned. It's from, you know, the 2000s when they actually had a budget. That, I believe, is a 5mm hint of a peg. Good luck actually getting this thing, you know, haul anything, but yeah, fair enough. These are a little bit bent in over time, but they're actually still doing pretty well, all things considered. Really well painted Autobot symbol there. Basically like a silver chrome and then a red wash over it. Pretty good replication of how it looks in the movie. And of course, now the button actually does something. Horns and lights in the cab for some reason. Really, this mode is what shows off all this beautiful paint. Beautiful, very slightly scuffed paint. Again, mine is in remarkably good condition, all things considered. Because I actually did play with this back in the day. There's little nicks here and there, but like, this paint held up surprisingly well. Though I will say the plastic and the paint are starting to change slightly. You can tell a little bit more now that the paint is a little bit darker. By the way, if you want to make the transformation a little bit easier on yourself, you can remove this, but I just wanted to show that you can do it with it on. And for a quick size comparison in vehicle mode, this thing's quite large. I mean, what else do you want me to say? So yeah, as a size comparison in robot mode, yeah. This thing's pretty big. This is back when leaders actually were leader size and not just Voyagers with extra crap thrown in the box. So, to wrap this review up, I mean, what can I really say about this thing? It absolutely shows its age. It's not even subtle how this thing is very blatantly from the mid-2000s, but as jank as these Movie 1 figures were, this one has a really soft spot in my heart. And I'm honestly pretty impressed with how well younger me took care of it, because, man, the paint's still in really good condition, like I said. If you're looking to pick one of these up, I can't imagine that the eBay prices are worth it at this point. But at least you have a good idea of what you're getting yourself into. This is absolutely one of the best figures in this line. So if you have nostalgia, or I mean, maybe if you just really like the design, I can recommend picking this up as long as you don't mind paying whatever exorbitant, stupid price they're charging for it now. And that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Subscribe and hit the bell to be alerted for future reviews. Come chill in the Discord. Follow me on Twitter, if that's even still around. And consider supporting me on Patreon so I can keep bringing you videos like this. And, as always, until next time, happy building.